The Wild 8. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. The Wild 8 is an unforgiving survival game set in Alaska, full of mystery and danger. Explore, hunt, and craft shoulder to shoulder with friends or random players online, unless you are brave enough to survive this nightmare on your own. Sorry. So what is the Wild 8? Well, it's a cross between The Long Dark and Don't Starve. It's that kind of put your anorak on and light a fire because it's snowing survival game. Yes, you punch trees. Yes, you punch ore. But at the end of the day, it's very elemental. It's very kind of survive the elements. There are blizzards. There are it feels like hurricanes. There are really cold nights ahead, and you've got to get in shelter, get in your tent, because staying outside is going to kill you. It's as simple as that. Your guy has 3 bars. He has his health bar, he has his hunger bar, and he has his coldness bar. It doesn't have a drinky bar. You don't actually need to drink, which is fine, I guess. But you've got 3 bars to manage, and believe me, it is bloody hard managing them. Very hard. This game is brutal. It says in the description that it's unforgiving, and it bloody well is. Even on easy, it has 2 difficulty modes. It has easy and normal, which is the way that the game was supposed to be played. And pretty much the difference is it's not as harsh with the weather and things like that, and also you don't lose everything if you die on easy. But even on easy, it's bloody hard. See, the problem is the wildlife kills you, especially the wolves. They just have you straight away. I've died on this game a lot of times, and it's hard. It's hard. What I've found, the way to go forward with this is play with friends. Don't play by yourself. I've played this co-op with one other person, and that made it really easier than playing solo. Playing solo is just, you've actually got to be kind of a sadist to play this solo. It's just brutally hard solo. I mean, if you're into all of this kind of brutality, then yeah, go for it. But the good news with this is multiplayer is so easy to set up. I mean, if you want to host a game, you just click host game, game name is this, password is this, start, and anybody who knows the name of your game and the password can simply connect it. There's no port forwarding or anything like that. It is just simplicity, total simplicity. If only every game could be as easy as this to do. Or you can just join somebody else's. There's plenty of games up there that don't have passwords on that you can join. I don't know how many people you can have in. I think it's 8. Including the name Mac. And that's the way to play it, guys. Get about 8 of yous in, sitting around a campfire, get the tea on, get the rabbit on there, get the stories going, and then you might survive. Then you might just survive. Now, what's the object of the game? Well, I don't know. There is a kind of a plot that thickens as you go through the game. It'll tell you, it doesn't hold your hand. It'll just say, explore over there. Then you'll explore over there, you'll find something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to spoil this. Then it'll say, take what you found over there. And as you go, you uncover a story. It's like a backstory. And what I will say, and I'm not going to show you any of this because there's things I could show you that I've discovered that's going to ruin it for you, because you'll know where you are and you'll know what to expect when you get there. But there are things that they're just not human, guys. They're just not human. Do you know what I'm saying? Guys, it's not just wolves. There's something else out there. Something else in them trees. And if you want to get anywhere in this game, you're going to have to level up. And how do you do that? And it's all good. It's all, you kind of feel like you're there, it's very immersive, this game. I love it in that sense. So you craft an axe, you smash a few trees, you craft a pickaxe, you smash a few rocks, you have a tent, you upgrade your tent, you build a workstation, you start building stuff on your workstation, you upgrade your perks by doing shit. You can't just upgrade your melee ability if you don't go meleeing. So you've got a melee to upgrade melee, you've got a run to upgrade run. You can build traps for little rabbits and other things like that, so you can get food. You put your food on your fire, then you cook your food, then you eat your food, then your hunger goes up. Yes, you do need to eat quite a bit in this game, but you can sleep in your tent for 2 minutes. And what 2 minutes does is it gives you 2 minutes immunity from hunger and the cold, which is priceless in this game. The problem is, to sleep in your tent, it costs 20 wood and 10 stones, I think. I'm sorry, but I've been camping in the Lake District, and when we all went to bed at night, my mates didn't say, "Hey Mac, you got your wooden stones so you can sleep tonight?" I mean, what the f***? I don't know what you do with your what do you do with wooden stones when you're asleep? I don't know. I mean, I can understand if you needed a sleeping bag or something, but, you know, wooden stones. Wood and stones, not wooden stones. Obviously, there's no such thing as wooden stones. It'd be wood. So that was a bit odd, but, you know, it's, again, just another punishing law in this game. I think this game was wrote by someone who's depressed because he tries everything to kill you. You start walking away from the campsite, you're liable to be eaten by a wolf. Don't go anywhere alone, guys. If you want to kill an animal, you're going to have to surround that animal. You've got to kind of shepherd them, herd them into the traps, because the animals will just run away. They'll run all over the place. So if there's a few of you playing, I mean, I was able to shepherd rabbits. I was able to, shepherd a rabbit, put a trap down and then herd the rabbit into the trap. But it's a bit harder when you get bigger animals. But you can get weapons. You can get the bones once you've upgraded yourself a bit. To be able to get bones, you can sharpen the bones to make a spliff. Sorry, not a spliff. To make a shiv. The shiv is better damage than your axe, so you've got something better to start killing things with and survive. You've got first aid kits, you can get weed to make healing potions, and so on and so forth, guys. That's how the game plays. Best played with friends. Now, I have some gripes. Yes, the game is fun. Yes, it's brutal. Yes, it's unforgiving. But it has the most horrible UI system ever. I don't know what the f***. You can't rebind the keys for a start. It's awful. The UI, the whole way the UI works is bloody awful. You've got a hotbar at the bottom, which you can expand and get more slots to. So why can't I just bind keys to that hotbar? Why can't I do that? That would make it so much better. What you have to do, you'll see a little white triangle in the corner on one of the items of the hotbar. That means that is the currently used item. Now, if I press the use key, it will use that item. Now, that's retarded, because if I'm in a fight, if I get attacked by a wolf out of nowhere, by the time you select your first aid kit, then activate it and use it, you're probably dead. I want it on a one button. Every other game has these set to one buttons. Why can't it be one button? You know, you have stones that you can throw that stun them. You know, you might have your weapon, your melee weapon in one hand, then you're throwing a stone in the other, but then you want to heal. Well, sorry, you're on stones, so you can't heal. Unless you click into the bar to select your fucking stone, or press the hotkey that selects not the stone, the med kit, then press the use key. I'm sorry, but the wolf's not going to wait for that. Or whatever it is that's attacking, he's not going to wait for that. It's clunky and horrible, and it needs redoing. I'm sorry. It's just not acceptable for 2017. And it's shite. It really is shite. I've also as well, because it's got this stupid use key function, I've accidentally hit the wrong key and drank all my healing potions when I was going for something else as well, or I've thrown something away. It's just not good. It's just not good at all. The game itself it looks good, it feels good, the music's good, the atmosphere is good, the survival elements is good, and playing with your friends. If you had, I would think 3 or more friends is probably the right amount. I mean, if you had about 6 years, you're going to have a blast in this game. You really are. It's in early access, which means that it's not ready yet. The developers are still adding things to this game, so it's going to only get better. And it is a fun game, but I'm going to say this. If you are going in this alone, beware. It is brutally hard. It is very, very hard, and you probably want to play it multiplayer, but luckily you can. You can just jump onto a random server and play with some randoms who will no doubt grief you. I'm going to thumb this up because it's got the best of both worlds. It's got the elements that you have to survive, and there's something good about diving in your tent when there's a blizzard and just seeing the blizzard sweeping around, and then you've got your friend's tent over there, and it's so cozy and there's like atmos, guys, atmos. And the combat, although it is a bit shite and a bit clunky with the UI, it's still nice to explore the map. The map isn't massive, but it has some interesting things on the map, buildings and things, and there's a bit of a story. But it's going to get better. It's $14.99, and if you're looking for a survival game, this is one of the better ones out there. I've reviewed a lot of survival games, and a lot of them are shit. This one is better than most, but it's not the best, and it does need a bit more work put into it. But there you go, guys. The Wild 8 is worth a buy if you're into the survival genre.